I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the source. No, they called and they actually called the number and like the number wasn't helpful at all or something. But actually, that whole Instagram post was proven to be a scam. It wasn't real.
Oh, I'm sure, but it sure as hell gave me.
It was a funny idea. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, there was a guy on Instagram that called the 1-800-GAMBLER number, but the whole thing was staged. It wasn't really them, but it was funny. Like he made it like believable that it's something he would say. It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
it was a good video.
Anywho, happy Wednesday morning to you all. Hopefully you all had a better Wednesday than I did. I barely lost, actually I lost 0.32 units, so not terrible, but Padres and Reds just absolute terrible bets. Paul Skeens, the one time I bet on Paul Skeens to do something good, he shows us who he really is and just gets absolutely throttled today. So it is what it is. Shout out to the Athletics, though. That was huge for me. Only a couple more wins away from cashing that season win total and putting all the haters to bed finally. So let's keep it moving, Athletics. Spoon, TV Jones, how are you guys today?
Doing all right. How about you guys? Freddie Peralta masterclass, easy money, all around there.
Spoon, how was your day?
Just got to 2-1. The Rockies Miami game just went over the 9.5. Pretty decent day. Could have been better. The Yankees not cashing the -1 in a game they scored 10 runs was a bit head scratching, but you'll have that. Got the push still.
Yeah, I had the Yankees. That was one of my winners. I have the Rockies too. It'd be nice if they could pull this out. I don't think they're going to, but it would be nice if they could. You got your Cubbies though. That was a nice plus money winner, right? So yeah. Anywho, well, we're gonna go right back to the Cubs here right now. Cubs on the road in Pittsburgh. Matthew Boyd on the mound for against Johan Oviedo. Excuse me. Cubs pretty decent favorites right now. Rockies lose. Boo. Right now, Spoon, you can kick us off with the Cubs. You just won with the Cubs at plus money. What are you doing tomorrow?
I was looking at the Cubs. It's kind of expensive to play them here. I don't think I want to lay that much juice with the back end of that bullpen being what they are, especially with Oviedo on the mound. This guy's been nothing short of a really good pitcher since he's made the major leagues. Struggles a little bit more with righties than he does lefties. So maybe the Cubs find a way to get a run or two off him, but righties versus the Cubs recently have been pitching pretty well if your name isn't Shane Baz. So I think I'm just going to circle this game as an under 8. Matthew Boyd, I think he handles this Pirates lineup. He's looked a little shaky his last 5 or 6 starts as well, but this Pirates lineup is bottom of the barrel for baseball, 29th on the full season. So I expect Boyd to come out here, pitch well. Same with Oviedo. Game finishes 3-1.
TV Jones.
Yeah, I kind of like Oviedo. I know Boyd's been fine, but Oviedo's been, surprisingly good. Tried to fade him a couple times, has not worked. I think he's fine. I mean, I know it was Skeens on the mound today, but you go from like -130 or whatever the hell to +130. It's a bit of a shift. I mean, Pirates, they're not good. They're not atrocious. At home, they're a lot better than they are on the road. So give them +130 divisional game. I'll take a stab with Pittsburgh here. Probably won't play this though.
TV Jones, isn't there a conference preview going on your channel right now?
Yeah, I had some things that popped up. I was unable to make it. I got home like literally 5-7 minutes before this show.
Oh, okay.
Well, I appreciate you coming on this show, Trevor. I do. I truly mean that sincerely.
I would choose this show over hanging out with Huff.
I don't know, man. When those two are together, that's pretty electric television. I won't lie to you guys. But anyway,
it was just the Ivy League in Northeast Conference. So it was, of all the previews to miss today, was like the best one that could have happened. So
I feel you on that. It would only be the Pirates for me. I'm probably not going to bet it, but I I know that the Cubs looked somewhat decent today against Paul Skeens, but I feel like that's more of a dead clock being right twice a day more than anything. And Oviedo's been really good. Pretty much only going 5 innings, so you're going to have to worry about the Pirates bullpen. But this Cubs offense on the road just really doesn't do it for me right now. So, and I think some of their numbers are kind of inflated. But regardless, Matthew Boyd hasn't been pitching as very good lately either, so it's really hard to pay a minus 150 plus price with him. So it would only be the Pirates for me. I doubt that I bet it though. Next game on the board, Reds on the road in St. Louis. Brady Singer on the mound versus Andre Palante. Here we go again with the Reds at another cheap price. They lost today. I got like 20 cents of CLV though, so I have a nice little CLV trophy hanging up there after today, which is awesome. TV Jones, you can kick us off with this one. Clearly the market doesn't respect the Reds, do you?
When you got Andre Palante on the other side, yeah. I'll take a stab with him. Palante is not a guy that's been any good. I mean, just look at that win-loss record. He's consistently getting his ass kicked and then getting yanked in these games. They struggle with him on the bump. Brady Singer, not like he's a world beater or anything great, but I think he's far better than Andre Palante is. I'll take a stab with the Reds at a cheap price again. If the Cardinals burn it, so be it. But I take a stab at the Reds. I'm not going to bet this game though. Both these teams they've already booked their Cancun vacations, and
the Reds are like two games out.
I was going to say, I don't know about that.
They're not making it. Stop. They're not making it.
I like the Reds here. I like the Reds here.
They're not.
You can put the Reds up for meat again. I don't know if I actually end up betting it, but Brady Singer's been consistently really good for this team, essentially giving you 6 innings of 2-run baseball on average. He had one bad blow-up start against Washington at home like 2 months ago. And then besides that, I mean, I guess a home start versus St. Louis, he didn't really look good in. He gave up 3 runs. But again, if Contreras plays, that helps. But I mean, this St. Louis team is not good. Obviously, the Cincinnati Bats didn't come to play today. They didn't score anything. So it's really hard to trust this team. They're such a roller coaster. They can put up 11 or they can put up 0, but it would only be Cincinnati at another cheap price. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Brady Singer, 7 of his last 8 starts have been quality, 8 of his last 9. Going out there 6 innings, I mean, nobody's getting multiple runs off him. And a Cardinals team that's 27th in baseball in the last 30 days versus right-handed pitching, I don't think they get anything off him either. I like Brady Singer quite a bit, so maybe there's a little bias built into this, but it's pretty easy not to like Andre Palante. This guy's gone out there and gotten shelled by some of the worst lineups in the league, like Miami, Pittsburgh. I just don't see it any way the Reds should be this close to a pick 'em right now in this game. Just price-wise alone, I have to be on the Reds. I'm pretty close to betting this right now, actually.
And didn't the Reds lose today?
Yes.
So remember, because you guys were saying the price was suspiciously low yesterday. Everyone bet the Reds and lost. I like this. I actually might come out of baseball retirement to bet the Reds here.
That was just McGreevy respect in the line there today. I don't know what's going on.
No one
today.
respects McGreevy besides you. Spoon.
No one respects him. You're going to turn into the commish in Pablo Lopez very soon, my friend. And not to mention the fact that the Cardinals aren't doing anything versus right-handed pitching. I mean, they put up, 4 runs off of Mizorowski? Who doesn't? I mean, at this point. I mean, seriously.
Oh,
I'm just saying. I'm just going by the game logs.
Guy
by game logs, but
the guy sucks.
Dude's terrible.
That does not suck.
Next game on the board, Baltimore on the road in Chicago. Spoon, we should have just did it. It was a stupid line. It was a free winner. Baltimore was plus 110 today. I know that Chicago scored a couple early, but it was never really a sweat. Now they're back to a somewhat, not a decent favorite, but a favorite. Tyler Wells on the mound versus Martin Perez. Another cheap price for Baltimore. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Martin Perez kind of exceeded my expectations coming out the gate here after that injury. Went out there and just pitched really well for 4 or 5 straight starts. But these last 2, he's not looked as sharp. Versus Detroit, gave up 6 earned runs in just 4 innings and gave up 3 earned runs to a Cleveland team the next time out. I think the Orioles find a way to get to Martin Perez. This lineup's constructed a lot differently than it was earlier this year when they were really struggling with lefties. Last 14 days, they're 7th in baseball. So I think they find a way to get some runs off Perez. I don't have a ton of faith in this White Sox bullpen. And then Tyler Wells, just 2 starts back since he came back from injury, but 5 innings, 2 earned runs to the Padres, 6 2/3, 1 earned run to the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think he can come out, give us a game very similar to one of those. This is Orioles for me. I think this line should be closer to -140.
TV Jones?
Yeah, it would be Orioles team total over. I mean, you can get +105 on the over 4.5. I mean, Martin Perez, dude is fallen back to earth lately. I mean, 3 earned, 6 earned, 2 earned. He's given up a home run, 4 home runs in the last 3 starts. He's walked a grand total of 7 guys, struck out 10. I mean, he's putting guys on. He's pitching to contact. I know he had the Kansas City Masterclass, but other than that, he's not been sharp. And if you look at Baltimore, what they've done against starters 2, 6, 6, 2, 3, 5, 3. They've been absolutely getting to left-handers as of late. Martin Perez falling back to earth. He had a decent little run start the year or when he came back, but dude's been getting absolutely lit up, and Baltimore's a team that can absolutely light you up. Not to mention they have 7 righties coming in tomorrow. And if you look at Mr. Perez, where did I put this? Oh, I lost it. No. Oh, here it is. Yep. Mr. Perez, 514 xFIP, 584 expected ERA, a 17% strikeout, 12% walk, 46% hard hits, 16% barrel versus righties this season. Dude get absolutely blasted. Now he's got to see 7 of them in an Orioles team that's been hitting righties or lefties. So, yeah, Orioles team total over.
Yeah, you said everything that I really wanted to say. It would only be the Orioles for me. I don't believe in Martin Perez and what he's been able to do. Obviously, he's starting to fall back to earth lately. And Tyler Wells, I know that last year wasn't great for him. Obviously, it was only 15 innings, but let's not forget in 2023, I mean, he was a really, really good pitcher. So I don't think this is just a flash in the pan for him. Again, the start on the road in San Diego was impressive. The start against Pittsburgh was pretty decent because Pittsburgh had been playing well. So I'm pretty close to playing Baltimore right here. I mean, it's only one of those things where I just feel like it's another cheap price. But again, we got Baltimore. Baltimore was +110 yesterday, and we thought that was weird. So I think I might just move on this one. And I did just move on the Reds. They're -110 on ESPN Bet right now. Next game on the board.
I can get -105 for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what I didn't join the Peace Corps, and I don't have a book in Guadalajara.
Why does it keep shifting everyone to the left?
Next game on the board, Giants on the road in Arizona. Justin Verlander, Brandon Pfaadt.
This game's still going on, but the Diamondbacks have now loaded the bases in the bottom of the 9th and no outs.
This is like the Dodgers game the other night, or whatever. Spoon, you can kick us off here. I do have a plan in the game. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just curious to see what your thoughts are. I'm sure you could guess.
Is it the Giants money line?
Well, you'll never see me caught dead backing Brandon Pfaadt, so I'll give you that.
It's either that or it's the over. Verlander's coming off 3 or 4 really good starts in a row now. On the 21st, he had a bad start versus the Padres, but I mean, besides that, Tampa Bay 7 innings pitched, no earned runs. The Cubs 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, blanked Baltimore, blanked St. Louis. 7 innings pitched to the Dodgers, 1 earned run in his last start. This guy looks like he got in a time machine here recently, the way he's been pitching. And the Diamondbacks aren't destroying righties the way they're destroying lefties. They're just middle of the pack in baseball last 14 days, 23rd in baseball last 30 days. And Brandon Pfaadt on the other side, every once in a while he comes out there and gives you a quality start like he did versus Cleveland and Boston. But the Dodgers, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Colorado, Detroit, all sorts of lineups are getting huge crooked numbers off this guy. I think the Giants can do the same. -105 is criminally low to be able to back this team. I'd have this line at least 20 cents more. So Giants money line, I'm really close to betting it.
Yeah, Giants first 5 on the money line is my bet. Don't want anything to do with the Giants bullpen. I know that the Arizona bullpen is terrible as well, but I don't trust either unit personally. But like you said, Arizona versus right-handed pitching hasn't been a juggernaut like it has been versus left-handed pitching. And really, Justin Verlander has been pitching pretty decent for about 2 months now. He's had a couple blow-up starts, one blow-up start against Washington at home and one blow-up start against San Diego on the road. But besides that, it pitched well against the Dodgers in 7 innings, 6 innings against St. Louis, 5 innings against Baltimore, 7 against Tampa Bay, 10 total against Pittsburgh, 5 against Atlanta. I mean, he's been pitching well for an extended period of time. And I really think that nobody is talking about that, which kind of boggles my mind because he is a big name in this sport. And then on the other side, we have Brandon, I'm a gas can fought. And we already know what I think about that. The Giants are destroying right-handed pitching. They're just destroying everybody in general right now. They're one of the hottest offenses in baseball over the last month or so. So I don't really understand the price either. Arizona has been playing decent, so that probably helps it. But I agree with Spoon. I had this in the first 5 at like 125, 130. That's what I was willing to pay. And I got it at 105.
You're on the first 5?
Yeah, but again, it don't really matter. I do think that Arizona.
You're on the first 5 also, Spoon?
No, I'm full game here. I don't want to take Arizona's Diamondbacks bullpen out of this equation.
I want to zero in on Brandon Pfaadt. TV Jones?
Who are you zeroing in on, TV Jones?
I'm zeroing in on the over. Yes, Verlander's been pretty nice, but it's not like Arizona. No, it's not act like Arizona hasn't gotten to righties. I mean, they've gotten 4-2, 0-4, 4-3, 4-2, 1-3, 3-5, 1-4-4. They've gotten these guys. Granted, some of these are unearned, but they've gotten these runs off of the starters. And these guys have seen each other. Brandon Pfaadt, Mr. Gas Can, gets lit up. San Francisco is absolutely on fire right now. I'll take the over 9 in Arizona. I don't care if the roof's open or closed. Both these guys are going to get hit up a little bit, and we're going to see some runs. Not to mention San Francisco, all 9 innings against this Arizona bullpen. The San Francisco's bullpen's been a little shaky as of late, too. So runs, and some more runs.
I have a heavy lean to the under as well. Next game. Just kidding, Draper.
Go for it.
I couldn't do it. That's the reason I thought that the books might have thought that Verlander might not pitch well because he was at 9, to be honest with you. So that did worry me a little bit. Next game on the board, Atlanta on the road in Washington, fresh off of a doubleheader, which they had a delay in that doubleheader as well. Houston Waldrop on the mound versus Brad Lord. Spoon, you can kick us off here. Are you laying the juice with the young phenom?
I mean, I can see reasons to do it. For me, I think this is a spot where I'd rather go to the under. Maybe you isolate it to a first 5 under with the way these bullpens are going to be after the doubleheader situation. But I have a lot of respect for Bradley Lord. He's had some bad games out there, but I think he can pitch decent against this Braves lineup tomorrow. And I think Waldrop, coming off his worst game in the major leagues, finds a way to come back and bounce back. He looked really sharp his first 7 starts out there. I don't think one bad start's going to take me off that. I have an under circled here. I can't get there with the bullpens yet, but I think both of these pitchers come out here and pitch well, especially after watching 2 games today.
I would agree with that too. It's hard to. I didn't know I couldn't actually bet it just because Atlanta has been sneakily good lately. You can put Atlanta up for me, Sauce. I'm not going to bet this, but I think they have a significant pitching advantage with Waldrop, and not to mention the fact that he just got absolutely tattooed at home in Houston. His 3 previous starts on the road. I know that start wasn't on the road, but his 3 previous starts on the road, 5 2/3 in Philadelphia, 1 run, 5 1/3, 1 run on the road in Miami, and then in Cleveland, 6 innings, no runs. So I would expect him to bounce back against a very weak Nationals team. TV Jones?
Yeah, I like the under in this game. I mean, both games today went under, and then the really late game that went tonight into extra innings on top of it being a doubleheader. I like the under, but I'm going to wait and see what the Waldrop's outlines are, because he's gone 4 2/3, 5 2/3, 5 1/3. But he did go 6 twice and 7 earlier this year. So if we can get something around like 15.5, 16.5, I'm probably going to play his over outs just because they're going to need the length. I know Chris Sale went 8 innings tonight, just shoving it. But first game, they still had to come out and use some bullpen arms. I think they're going to try to get at least 6 out of him tomorrow, given 3 games in 2 days. So under, and then Waldrop outs over if it's not too bad.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Next game on the board, Cleveland on the road. Excuse me. Cleveland on the road in Detroit. Gavin Williams, Jack Flaherty. Spoon, what are your thoughts on this one? I have another play on this one too.
I think it's kind of confusing why you can get this big a plus price with Cleveland. I don't know.
I got 150 in the first 5, Spoon. Plus 150.
I saw that sitting there on Bet365. That is...
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't passing that up.
It's a head scratcher. So Gavin Williams confirmed in this game. I think this is just an under for me, one of these AL Central unders. I don't think either of these teams' offenses are going to have that great of a day. Williams pretty good at getting lefties out. You need to be able to do that to traverse this Detroit Tigers lineup. I think that's a pretty good matchup for him. Flaherty has struggled to put good starts together back-to-back, and he just had a great start versus the New York Yankees, didn't allow a run over 5 innings pitched. I think this is a lineup that can probably get runs off him. He has worse lefty splits, but, I mean, the Guardians, towards the bottom of the barrel in baseball versus right-handed pitching over the last 30 days, they're 29th. Those numbers come up a little bit in the last 14 days, just 19th, but this is just an under for me. I can't get there with either side.
TV Jones?
Yeah, under for me too. Yes, Flaherty has not looked like himself this year, but he's still got great numbers versus Cleveland lineup. 89 plate appearances, 29% strikeout rate, sub 6% walk, a 179 average, 340 expected slug, and a 270 expected WOBA. Gavin Williams, 303 expected WOBA, 171 average, 32.5% strikeout, 77 plate appearances. Both of these guys have had a lot of success versus these lineups. You got wind blowing in. Yes, it's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow, but you still have wind blowing in about 4 miles an hour, so nothing serious. But I think Flaherty can bounce back. I think Gavin Williams will have a good day. This game's going to be like 4-2, 4-3, something like that. So I would take an under, but not to mention AL Central as the icing on the cake for the under. So under 8.5.
Tigers money line.
It will be I already bet this. Cleveland first 5 on the money line at plus 150. I don't hate Tigers team total under 4.5 either, but this is more of a price thing for me more than anything. Like Spoon said, Jack Flaherty's had a tough time putting starts together. He hasn't been terrible. If you pull it back over the last month and a half or so, 2 months, he hasn't been terrible. He definitely had some blow up starts, and 2 of them did come at home versus Minnesota and Kansas City. So that's not great. And the White Sox. So that's not great, but I don't think he's been pitching as bad as people make him out to be. And I have to say that because it's not like I can go to bat with this Guardians offense. I think everybody knows that they're not very good, to be nice about it. But more than anything, we get Gavin Williams, who I think is one of the more underrated pitchers in Major League Baseball. I've been trying to talk about this guy as much as I can this year, and he just continues to go out there and pitch well. His last 3 starts, 6 innings, 2 runs at home against Kansas City, goes on the road in Tampa Bay, goes 7 innings, 1 run, and then at home against Seattle, who's red hot right now, 7 innings, 1 run. So his last 3 starts on the road, but one of them was in Tampa Bay. He gave up 3 runs in Texas. That was really bad. And then he blanked Arizona in 5 1/3. So he's very, very good versus lefty bats. Extremely good. The splits are really bad. You have, let's just go batting average, right-handed batting average 274, lefties are only 153, OPS plus, righties are 120, lefties are 58 OPS plus. A league average would be 100. Lefties really aren't doing anything against him. And not to mention the fact that Gavin Williams pitched against this Detroit team earlier this year, went 6 innings scoreless, and he pitched against them 3 times last year, went 16 innings, gave up 3 runs. So I don't think that we have anything to worry about Gavin Williams. So it's more or less, does Cleveland score runs or not? But at plus 150, there was no way I was passing that price up. Next game on the board, the Athletics on the road in Boston. Shout out to Oakland with nice big plus 140 cash for me today. Mason Barnett on the mound for the A's tomorrow versus Lucas Giolito. TV Jones, kick us off.
Yeah, Mason Barnett not looked good. If you look at his numbers on the road, he's faced 18 righties, only 1 hit, but at home he's got a 545 average versus righties. Wind's blowing in tomorrow, but this Boston team just saw him with the 10th. So about a week ago tomorrow, 7 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, only 4 strikeouts, and 3 2/3. I mean, he's given up 4 and 5. He's only given up 1 home run, so that's good. He's not giving up a big fly ball, but we're getting hit hard. But he just gives up. What is this? What is this nonsense? Oh, you didn't see that pop up? No. Yeah, he hasn't looked good whatsoever. Boston just saw him. Boston -1.5. Giolito's been fine. He didn't just see this Athletics team, so that's a plus. I'm not laying 190 on the money line, but -1.5. I'll take a stab at it. But I don't necessarily hate an over either. I think Boston can get to Barnett and then that bullpen. A's offense is good. So maybe they do get to Giolito a little bit. He's due a little bit of regression if you look at it, just xFIP and this and that. But he's given hit hard, but he's been fine. He's not giving up a long ball. So Boston -1.5 and Lee have been over.
Ohtani hit a homer.
What's the score now?
6-5.
I'm glad that you made that point about Giolito not seeing Oakland the first time. I'm sorry, guys. It's just habit to say Oakland. I think everybody knows what I mean. Because, I mean, Mardet just did. It would only be Boston 1.5 for me is 2. I mean, Giolito hasn't been as great as he was at the beginning of the year over his last 7, a couple good ones and a couple bad ones. What's holding me off at laying juice with this Boston team is that this Oakland offense has been extremely good on the road all year long. And in a place like Boston, it wouldn't surprise me if they got a couple guys on and Giolito gave up a couple homers. He really hasn't done that so far this year, but like Trevor said, his xFIP and stuff like that is absolutely through the roof. So it wouldn't shock me at all. And it's really hard to trust that Barnett kid. So I agree with everything that Trevor said. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
I think this is an over spot for me. I look at this game and I see Mason Barnett going out there to face a major league lineup twice in 1 week. Really young kid, just went 3 2/3, gave up 8 base runners in that first game, 3 earned runs. It could have been more than that. I think Boston's lineup comes out here and gets quite a few runs off Barnett. And Lucas Giolito's pitched awesome this year. His last 5 home starts, he's got an ERA of 1.13. But if we kind of pick that apart, look at some of the competition, a Houston team that wasn't healthy. He went 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run. No, Houston wasn't scoring runs at that point. Then he saw Miami at home, pitched in the 7th inning, just 1 earned run. Also an injured lineup. Saw Pittsburgh, 6 innings pitched, just 1 earned run at home. And pretty impressive start in his last one versus the Yankees, 5 2/3, 1 earned run. So just one decent lineup there with the Yankees, and we said it all season with them. They're really boomer bust, so it's not a surprise to see them only put up 1. I think this Athletics team, you've said it for a while, they're feisty. I think they get runs off Giolito tomorrow. These guys do some regression. It comes for everybody in baseball. It's a really long season. I think 9 is too low of a total with these 2 pitchers and offenses right now.
You want to do a juiced 8.5 on ESPN? Can you do that? I'll jump in with you.
I'll do it.
All right. I'm in. Hold on. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. All right. Next game on the board. Toronto. Another one where I should have just trusted my gut and played Toronto at a cheap price. Toronto on the road in Tampa Bay. Kevin Gausman versus Ian Seymour Butts. Spoon, what are your thoughts on this one? I know you've leaned the Rays the last couple of days. Are you just going to keep on going back to the well?
I think this is too short of a price on the Blue Jays now.
You come around. Nice to see you.
You can get Blue Jays first 5 here. -130. You can get him full game, -132. Kevin Gausman is just in a different league right now than what Ian Seymour is. Seymour's looked pretty sharp in some of his starts, but his last one there versus the White Sox gave up 7 base runners, 3 earned runs. This Toronto lineup, even without Bichette, is still finding ways to score quite a few runs. I think this price should be closer to -150. I get it's on the road and you're talking about 2 potential playoff teams, but I mean, just the degree of separation here with these starters is huge in my mind. Kevin Gausman, 9 innings pitched, 0 earned runs his last game out versus Houston. The game before that, 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run to New York. Before that, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run to Milwaukee. Maybe you can make the argument that he's due for a bad game or his arm's going to start getting tired. But I just see this as a really good matchup for him. All the best bats in this Rays lineup hit from the left-hand side. Gosman's been elite at getting lefties out all season. This minus 130 is too short. Put me up for the Jays.
Yeah, I completely agree. You can put Toronto up for me. I don't know if I actually bet it for two reasons. One of them is meaningless. One of them it might mean something. The meaningless one is that I haven't played the Blue Jays the last couple of days at the short number, and I'm afraid a little bit that if I jump in now, that's when it's going to bite me. On top of the fact that Gausman's been very, very good. There's no question about that. But his last two starts have been very, very good, and they're both 100-plus pitches. I wouldn't surprise me, similar to what we saw with Gavin Williams after he threw 120 pitches and then got lit up by Miami. It wouldn't surprise me if Kevin Gausman wasn't as sharp, and he's going to be in a ballpark where it's easy to put runs at. Home runs are easy to come by. Not that he's given up a whole bunch of home runs or anything like that. I'm just saying that it wouldn't shock me for him to give it up. So I 100% agree with Spoon, though. Regardless of how Gausman pitched or how many pitches that he had the previous couple of starts, I still feel like Toronto should be 150 or more. So it would only be Toronto for me. TV Jones, you're the Toronto Blue Jays whisperer, or at least you were at one time. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I still am. I kind of like two things in this game. Kind of like Tampa money line. Yes, Toronto has been cooking. Yes, they've been great. Gausman's been great. But like you said, Gausman 100 pitches last couple of outings. Now you've got Brendan Little, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and Hoffman on back-to-back days. And then they sent out Nance, Lauer, Yariel Rodriguez tonight. And then this Rays lineup, very good numbers versus Gausman. 13 of 37, a triple, 4 home runs. They're hitting 351 with a 730 slug, expected slug of 719 and a 366 expected batting average. Yandy Diaz, 5 of 10 with a dinger off of him. The Lau brothers are 5 of 15 with a triple and 2 home runs. Junior Caminero, 1 of 3. I mean, that's about it, really. I mean, Christopher Morel, 1 of 2 with a dinger off of Gausman. So they've seen him. He's pitched a lot. Their bullpen's taxed. I wouldn't be shocked if they dropped this game. Kind of get nasty. Gausman under 17.5 outs, plus 124 too. This lineups hit him. They're in Tampa in this park, and not to mention this lineups have good numbers, and he's pitched a shit ton as of late in the last 2-3 games. So wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't have it and he doesn't go 6 innings, and then they're kind of forced to go with Lauer, Yariel Rodriguez again, and these this Nance guy. So top arms out. It would be Tampa or nothing, but I might dabble with the Gausman under outs played here tomorrow.
I like that Rays bet.
I was going to say you should parlay those two. That'd be a huge plus price. And if you're right, I mean, I was being serious.
I can't do that on
no, you shouldn't do that. You should not do that.
No, max unit, 10
Trevor
unit,
is the
Immortal
king of
Mega
that.
Max.
Trevor is the king of that.
Under the lights tonight?
The lights of Steinbrenner. You could argue, yes, former Yankees owner. These might be a little extra bright, but not down in St. Petersburg or wherever the hell this ballpark is.
Well, speaking of under the lights,
I tried to tell you guys.
We didn't want to listen to him, and it was never a game.
I almost live bet the Padres when they're down 5-0. I was like, no way the Mets actually win this game.
That's just not
Glad
smart, Trevor.
I didn't.
Don't bet the parlay. Don't bet the Padres when they're down 5. That's two things you should live by. If this Padres team doesn't get a lead, they're dead in the water. I can tell you guys that right now. Anyway,
the Mets can hold a lead.
What we're talking about is Padres on the road against the Mets. Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Padres. The Dodgers have the bases loaded, 1 out. Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Padres. David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. Spoon, you can kick us off here. I would only be the Mets for me personally. As much as I love Pivetta and this bullpen, I can't lay. I would need like some plus money to play the Padres on the road right now. I think they are 6-24 against teams in the end. Are teams that are on the road against teams in the playoffs right now that should be in the playoffs. So, not a great spot for the Padres right now. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
Dodgers have the bases loaded, 1 out.
So there was plus money available with the Padres there for a little bit. A couple books opened this like plus 102, plus 100. I think minus 105 is the best line on him now. David Peterson, his last 3 starts, 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs versus Philadelphia, 5 1/3 versus Cincinnati, 4 earned runs. Miami, he didn't get out of the second inning, gave up 8 earned runs, 11 base runners. He's not pitching very well right now. I know the Padres lineup has been kind of putrid.
They made Sean Manaea look good tonight.
So sometimes it's hard to back a team that doesn't look like they're playing their best baseball, and the Padres haven't been getting to lefties for a while now. But Nick Pivetta on the other side, I mean, this is a huge pitching mismatch to get basically plus money with, less than a pick'em to back Nick Pivetta. It was 2 days ago the Mets had lost 8 of 10 games, 9 of 10. Sure, maybe they're starting to turn a corner, but this is a really good pitcher to try to go up against and have a great game. Padres lost today, so they didn't have to use any of their bullpen arms. They have a considerate advantage once we get to that back end as well. This price is off to me. This is Padres or nothing.
Tie ball game in LA. It would only be the Mets for me. I don't know. I got to see the Padres play and win some games on the road before I back them. Maybe if you got them at plus money, it'd be a little bit different. But not that I'm trying to poke holes at Nick Pivetta, but I mean, Cincinnati, Colorado, Minnesota, Dodgers, sure, that's impressive. San Francisco twice, Baltimore, St. Louis twice, Washington. I mean, not really the who's of lineups. So, and if this Nets team, and especially offensively, is starting to heat up right now, it's not really something I wanted to get in the way with. So I agree with you that I feel on paper they have the starting pitching advantage. The Mets, I would give the Mets the offensive advantage, but obviously the Padres have the bullpen advantage. But something just tells me under the lights in Queens, it's not a spot to be with the Padres right now. Trevor, what are your thoughts?
Over. I mean, Spoon said it. Peterson has not been sharp as of late. Yes, the Padres aren't hitting lefties, but if there's a spot they're going to, it would be Peterson, who's just not looked good as of late. And then Pivetta, this lineup of the Mets, they've got great numbers versus him. They're hitting 318, 591 slug, 28 of 88, 6 doubles, 6 home runs off of them, 21% strikeout rate, 12% walk rate.
Remember that, Trevor? Remember that?
Dude, his one shining moment. Congratulations. You guys are clinging.
One shining moment. Have you never watched the home run derbies?
Oh, that's right. That's what really matters. Forgot the home run derby king.
Trevor, you are the one person in the world that would figure out a way to make that matter. If there was one person in the world that would matter to, it would be you.
Yeah,
the home run derby is
home run derby lover.
The home run derby is one of the dumbest events in all of pro sports.
I guarantee
nobody cares about
a week before the home run derby next year, guys. I guarantee
if there's a Brewer in it, he'll probably be S-ing its.
He'll be all in, guaranteed.
No chance. No,
guaranteed.
No. We have more class than that than to be going balls to the wall for a home run derby. All right, we have our eyes on a bigger prize than Pete Alonso wearing that spinny chain for hitting BP balls into the moon. Congratulations,
Trevor. If the Brewer won that, the whole state of Wisconsin would be wearing one of those spinny chains.
Yeah, no chance.
It doesn't take much to get those freaks going.
No. Hey, best team in football. That'll get us going. I can tell you that much. Over. Great numbers versus Pivetta, and then Peterson hasn't looked good. I think the Padres responded, and the Mets have been quietly all right as of late. So offensively, not winning games, but I'll take an over. I think both these guys can each give up 2-3 runs apiece, and then the bullpens will come in.
All right, next game on the board.
Big deal. We living in the past now. What'd you guys do in the playoffs?
What, bro? Don't let it break your focus. I was just a quick history lesson.
Next game on the board, Angels on the road in Milwaukee. Jose Soriano, Brandon Woodruff. I have it playing this game, but TV Jones, please kick us off.
Yeah, no, I did say last night Angels at that price, but I did hang around in the chat after, and I did say I'm flipping, and I picked Peralta win. I sat on it, and I was like, can't do it.
So typical, Trevor.
I flipped. All right, big freaking deal. You know what? I went 2-0. Peralta masterclass. Woodruff, this guy's been good. I know he's had the 2 blow-up games, but he's been good since he came back. Jose Soriano, this guy, yes, he has his moments where he pops up, ground ball guy, but this offense is cooking. We're getting ready for the playoffs. It's Brewers or nothing. Give me Brewers double result. It's probably going to be like a little bit of plus
Double
money.
result.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Soriano, no problem, and then we're gonna get to that bullpen again, no issues. The offense is starting to hum. We're getting into playoff form. We kind of just hung around a little bit, took it day by day. Now is when we get locked in and when we get serious. Brewers are going to absolutely smash the Angels tomorrow. This is going to be like a 5-1 win, 6-1 win for the Brew Crew.
Wow, 6 whole runs.
Did you hear? We only give up 1. That's all we're going to do.
Okay. Angels first 5 on the money line at a huge plus price. Let me get the number. I think it's plus 154. Plus 154. I will give you no, not with Soriano. Soriano on the road has been very, very good this year. But regardless, let's just hold on. Soriano on the road this year, 2.66 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 3.53 xFIP. All is good. Brewers versus righties. Sonny Gray, terrible. Palante, terrible. Mel Kelly, somewhat okay. Jack Leiter, terrible at this point. Can't get through innings. Mitch Keller, Oviedo, decent. Aaron Nola, terrible. Taijuan Walker, terrible. Max Scherzer, somewhat okay. They haven't faced a guy like Soriano in a while. I know Soriano's coming off of 2 mediocre starts, but this guy on the road this year has been very, very good. I know that the Angels lost Neto yesterday, but Brandon Woodruff has been, average at best. And I just feel like at this price, I think that the starting pitching is a wash at minimum. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that the Angels have the starting pitching advantage with Soriano on the mound. And so even if I feel like even if they can scrape a couple runs across, they're going to be fine. They just faced Seattle starters like Wu, Castillo, Miller. They saw Taj Bradley, Zebby Matthews, and Wood Richardson. So they've seen good and bad, and they've been pretty decent. They're getting 2 or 3 runs a game off of these guys. So it hasn't been that bleak. They're not winning a lot of games, but they can score a couple runs. So it wouldn't shock me if they put up a couple runs off of Woodruff. Soriano pitched well, and then the Angels bullpen gave this game up. But to get the Angels in the first 5 at plus 154, I definitely bet that. Spoon, what are your thoughts? Muted. Oh no. Maybe. Nope.
Got nothing,
Nice.
Spoon.
All right. Sorry, Spoonie. You can just start talking when I talk, and if I hear you, I'll stop talking.
Yeah, Spoon,
But,
just fix it and speak up when you're ready.
next game on the board, Yankees on the road in Minnesota. Luis Gil on the mound versus Taj Bradley. Shout out to the Yankees today. Laid some juice with them, but it was a no-sweat winner. Kind of being facetious on that one. They were up 10-1 at one point, I think it was, and it ended up winning the game 10-9.
Dude, someone commented had the Yankees -1.5. I saw a comment.
Yeah,
Ouchie,
that hurts.
bro.
That's
That
a backbreaker.
That hurts. I felt lucky with the Yankees money line too. Larnach had 2 guys on in the 6th, I think, and hit one to the warning track. And then the next time he came up in the 9th, hit that same ball, but like into the concession stand. So sooner or later he was going to hit one out. But TV Jones, what are your thoughts on this one? I was kind of leaning over personally. This Minnesota team offensively has been pretty damn decent over the last couple of weeks. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they've been fine. They've got nothing to play for, so just letting these young guys do their thing. Okay,
I'd BYU in this game.
sick. They didn't cover, did they? It was like a 1-point game, 2-point game.
Yeah,
we did money line, Trevor.
They blew.
So
Oh, you guys
Cash.
were afraid and laid the juice.
Cash.
Gotcha.
Cash.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about laying juice when we're laying it against Wisconsin.
That's what you said all year. You know what? We're not talking college basketball.
I said it all year. Remember when I said that Tanji wouldn't score a point and I played his under and it was free money and then you got really mad?
Oh, do you remember
that?
when
No,
I
I don't.
embarrassed you guys with the Wisconsin pick about 20 times last year? You guys kept saying how bad they were and they just dominated.
Just like the Brewers, we said that they would lose early and they did.
We haven't started the playoffs. We haven't started the playoffs. And you can't lose in the first round if you don't play in the first round. All right. We already skipped the hard part, and now comes the easy part: divisional, CS, World Series. And yeah, Wisconsin, that team got robbed by the refs. NCAA had it in for us. We played the last conference game, then we have to go fly to Elevation, play the early games on Thursday and Saturday against 2 Elevation teams. The fix was in for us, and we barely lost to BYU. The God Almighty BYU Cougars barely won. But I digress. Yeah, another over. Taj Bradley can get hit up. This Yankees lineup, they got blanked the other night. They came back and did their work tonight. I'm not afraid of Luis Hill. Yes, he's got decent numbers, but this Minnesota team's got nothing to lose. They've been hitting. I'll take an over 9. I mean, Yankees could get 6 or 7 off of Taj Bradley alone, and then it's going to be up to the bullpens. And not to mention the Yankees bullpen is pretty bad. Luke Weaver coming in, Devin Williams doing his magician trick of giving up runs. So it would be over nothing for me in this game.
Spoon, are you back with us?
Yeah, my mic cut out there.
Perfect.
I don't know what happened.
Not perfect.
That
Your
last
mic
game, I have
cut
the under 8 minus 115 in, by the way. I actually bet that. Here in this one, I think this is right back to the well with Yankees -1. They blew the cover here today, but I mean, still got the push. Taj Bradley on the mound. This is a guy I don't have trust for. The White Sox sent him down to AAA and absolutely own this guy. If that lineup can get runs off him, I have full confidence the Yankees can do the same. Luis Seals looked really good since coming back from injury. I had some questions with his control, and he's continued to walk guys, but he hasn't allowed people to cross the plate, and that's the big deal when you're a pitcher, getting around the guys you don't want to face and getting the outs where you can get them. I think he pitches well versus this Twins lineup. Yankees -1.
It's the over for me. I was hoping to get a juiced 8.5. I don't think I'm going to get it. I might play the over 9 at 105. I think the Yankees bats have been fine. Like Trevor said, they had one bad day or whatever, but over the course of the last month, this team has been fine. Maybe not as much versus right-handed pitching, but I don't think that really matters as much when you have a guy like Taj Bradley on the mound, especially a guy like Taj Bradley who struggles versus lefty bats. I wouldn't mind Trent Grisham hits, runs, and RBIs, run that back again. We cashed early on that one. Oh my God. Bang. Bang, bang. The Billionaires Boys Club does it again. 9-6 Phillies. Let's go.
I guess my thing stopped updating.
I don't have the same confidence with Luis Hill as Spoon does. Yes, he has been very, very good, but like he said, he's walking like 4 guys a game. Sooner or later, he's going to get got. And I will say that I don't really look too much into pitch mix, but if he's walking guys and doesn't have command of his fastball, the Twins can really hit sliders, and that could give Luis Hill some problems here. Again, I feel like the Twins offensively is really underrated right now, especially at home. They've been pretty decent at home all year, and versus right-handed pitching over the last couple weeks, they've been really good. So this is just an over spot for me. There's like a 30% chance of rain, but it should be like 80 degrees going out. So as long as it's nothing rain-wise, I'm probably going to move on this over, to be dead honest with you guys. I just want to see if I can maybe get a juiced 8.5 if the weather starts to turn a little bit, but we'll see. Next game on the board. Glad I didn't bet Kansas City today. Seattle on the road in Kansas City. Bryce Miller versus Cole Reagans. Spoon, you can kick us off on this one. Does Bryce Miller figure things out in Kansas City versus Cole Reagans?
I don't think so. Bryce Miller has not looked right to me since coming back from injury.
He's not.
Every single time going out there, 4 earned run to 3 of the 5 teams he's faced, 2 earned runs to the other 2, and that's Atlanta and Cleveland. I don't have a ton of faith in Bryce Miller right now. I know the Royals bats, especially at home, haven't been potent, but I think they find ways to score off him. And Cole Reagans is making his first start here in almost 3 months, coming back from a rotator cuff injury. He's only worked up to 55 pitches in the minors. He had one bullpen session in between, so maybe he goes a little bit further than that. But the Seattle team is absolutely tattooing every starter they see right now, especially guys from the left-hand side, Joey Wentz, Matthew Liberatore, Logan Allen, JP Sears. They're getting to lefties. I don't think this is a great first game back for Reagan's spot to go out there and be successful. I like this over 8.5. What's keeping me off it is the giant chance for rain. It looks like over 50% during the game. Yeah. I really like this over.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's another one where I kind of want to watch the weather. What I saw was like 36% chance, but it's also going to be 80 degrees. So take that for what it's worth. But I mean, I 100% agree. I didn't know what the pitch count was, but let's not forget, guys. Cole Reagans, even when he was healthy, doesn't go deep into ball games. So 5 innings was like the max you were usually getting for Cole Reagans, at least the last 7 or 8 starts he had before he was injured. So I'm really not in a position where I think that Cole Reagans is going to be out there for a long time. And this Kansas City bullpen has been average at best at times. And then, like Spoon said, I don't think that Bryce Miller's healthy at all. I think that he rushed back. Is going to continue to try to rush back, and we're seeing it. I mean, it's just not the same Bryce Miller that we know and love. That was very, very good after finally getting his feet wet in Major League Baseball last year with like an ERA under 3 and over 20 starts, and now it's like an ERA of north of 5.5. So it's just really hard to trust him on the road. Like I said, not sure if I actually play it, but I really like the over as well. TV Jones?
Yeah, I like the over too. I don't hate we have 1957 Milwaukee Braves, buddy. Milwaukee has won a championship.
Go Braves!
Milwaukee has
Look at the Prince Fielder picture.
Dude, don't even make fun of Prince, man. That dude's a legend.
No, when I saw him like 2 months ago hitting those bombs in the alumni game, that was cool. That was cool.
He still got it. If that wasn't for that damn injury.
Oh yeah, he's got
those damn injuries. He'd still be playing right now.
Those were moonshots too.
Dude, he was so much fun. Miss that guy. Dude, he was so much fun. Just watching him around the bases, just thunderous steps, and then he did a home run and a walk off, and he'd jump on the plate, and it was so cool. Over. If anything, Seattle over. Reagan's again pitch count. The Royals bullpen hasn't been good, and the Mariners. This offense is absolutely cooking. They could honestly maybe even get to this over themselves. I mean, they put up 12 today. 11, 5. They only had 2 against the Angels, then 7, 4, 5, 4, 18, 10, 4, 4, 5. Like this team just scores runs. So it would be over. Mariners team total over if you don't want to trust Kansas City. But one way or another, Seattle's getting 4 or 5 runs minimum.
Next game on the board, Texas on the road in Houston. Jacob deGrom versus Christian Javier. Spoon, TV Jones, you can kick us off on this one. Do you think that Jacob deGrom can stop the bleeding here with the Astros, or against the Astros, excuse me?
I mean, you want to believe so. I know Houston went out today and got some runs. You know, they put up 6 back-to-back days, but Jordan was in that one game, and now no Jordan today. I think it was just kind of an injury bump game. Now you got deGrom coming in. They need this game like blood. I would take Texas, at least maybe Texas first 5-run line. But I think they get this. I mean, I think Houston got up for the no Jordan game. You know, everyone was on Texas just doubting them without Jordan in there, and then they got it done. Now you get deGrom on the bump, and in a game they got to have. It would be Texas or nothing for me, but I don't really want to play this game because I would not be shocked if Houston ended up hanging around and then just got to the bullpen a little bit. I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling in this game, but it would be Texas or nothing, but it's going to be nothing for me.
I feel you, because I feel even with Texas not playing well over the last 3 days, I still feel like this is really cheap. You can put Texas up for me, Sauce. For me, I kind of agree with TV Jones as far as the injury bump thing, not to the extent that he believes in it. But Christian Javier hasn't been good at all since coming back. And I don't know if he's going to be 4 or 5 runs every time he goes out there bad, but until he shows me that, I mean, he pitched well against the Angels, who cares? But until he shows me that he can be at least an average pitcher in this league, it's really hard for me to back them. But Jacob deGrom hasn't been the same Jacob deGrom. I mean, his numbers look great, but I mean, it's still giving up 3 runs almost every start. I mean, not every start, but I mean, he had a really good start on the road, 2 starts on the road against Toronto and the Athletics. But besides that, it's a lot of 2 and 3 run baseball. And I'm not trying to say that's a bad. I'm just saying, like, when you think of Jacob deGrom, you think of 5 or 6 innings of 1 run baseball. So I wasn't trying to make a case that he's been bad. I was just trying to show the context of Jacob deGrom and what we see him as. On top of the fact, this is going to be the 4th time this Houston team has seen him this year. There's enough there for me not to bet it, but I do have a strong lead toward Texas. Maybe I bet it if I get bored, but I don't know if I can actually do it.
Astros money line. Tell him, Spoon.
Yeah, no. I can't get there with Astros money line with Christian.
She said,
Javier
yeah, no.
on the mound here. 4 earned runs versus Toronto, 4 earned runs versus the Yankees, 3 earned runs versus Baltimore. He's not really going deep into these starts. Houston missing their best bat out of their lineup again. They found ways to win earlier this season without Alvarez, but this lineup has not been getting to right-handed starters. They just got runs off Elder and Waldrop around a week ago, but that was with Alvarez in the lineup. Before that, Gosman went 9 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Barrios pitched into the 6th, just 2 earned runs. They're not hitting anybody up, and Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher they've seen on this list. I think he finds a way to pitch really well, and I just don't have that faith for Javier. This price makes me scratch my head because, I mean, Texas lineup also without Corey Seager, but I mean, it's a wash when you take Alvarez out of the Houston lineup. Only minus 125 for deGrom. I get it's on the road, but this should be minus 135 at least.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to bet it. It wouldn't shock me if Javier pitched well, but I can't actually pay to see
It's
it.
not called a locker room in baseball. It's called a clubhouse, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Told you, Weskers, in the comments.
Okay.
You don't have a coach. You have
we got to wrap this up. Kyle's arguing with Westers. We got to wrap this up. Miami on the road in Colorado. Ryan Weathers versus McCade Brown. Took a shot with the Rockies tonight. They kind of let me down. Almost gave me a little bit of hope in the 9th, but not so much. Spoon, I know you cashed your over in this game. What are your thoughts on this one?
Kind of tough here. I like Ryan Weathers. I think he has all the stuff to be a really good major league pitcher. Just 1 start back from injury, 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs versus a weak Washington lineup. Colorado's lineup's pretty weak as well. They've been terrible versus lefties, the worst team in baseball all season. So I have some faith in him to be able to pitch well, but it's Coors, and there's just so much volatility wrapped up in that. You can take one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him give up 5 earned runs at Coors Field. For me, this is Marlins -1 spot, maybe. I can't get there with the over because I have too much faith in Ryan Weathers to be able to pitch well, but McCade Brown, I have 0 faith in. 6 earned runs to the Padres last time he played at home, 3 earned runs to the Cubs. Didn't make it out of the 4th inning in either of those starts. I can only find ways to back the Marlins here. Kind of gross game. Don't imagine I actually play it.
Yeah, this is an ultimate pass for me. I guess you can put up over if I gun to my head, but I have no interest in playing this. McCade Brown is only going to pitch probably 3 or 4 innings, and then you're going to have multiple shots with this Miami offense versus that Rockies bullpen that's absolutely terrible. The Marlins have been pretty feasible versus right-handed pitching too. I mean, they're at least putting up runs. And the Rockies have been somewhat decent versus lefties. I mean, nothing crazy, but they put up 4 off of JP Sears, 4 off of Robbie Ray, 4 off of Matthew Boyd, 3 off of Kershaw. So again, it just hasn't been the worst team ever in baseball bad versus left-handed pitching for the Rockies. So it would only be over for me, but it's an absolute pass. TV Jones.
Yeah, it would. I'm not playing it because I'm not paying this price. Miami over 5.5, -135. No, thank you. But McCade Brown, dude does not belong in the majors. Just gets absolutely shelled every single time. Now you're going to be getting Miami in this elevation, and then the bullpen's going to be coming in. I think Miami can win this game like 7-4, 7-5, something like that. But I don't really want to put too much faith in Colorado. I mean, I like their team total tonight. It got home late. I think that they were shut out through like 6 or something, and then ended up losing 6-5. So, I mean, I couldn't really argue an over, but I would just feel better with a Miami team total with Cade Brown in his bullpen. But I'm not paying 135 for the Fish to get 6 runs. I don't care if they're playing on Mars.
Yeah, I feel that. Next game on the board.
What is this price? What is this price?
What is the price? What is the total? Okay, what we're talking about, Phillies on the road in Dodger Stadium, Jesus Luzardo, Blake Snell on the mound. I guess TV Jones, what do you think of the price? Because I thought 8 was a little low. I know that Blake Snell's been very good, but this Dodgers bullpen is so piss poor that it wouldn't shock me if he went 6 innings and then they gave up runs. Similar tonight, maybe not 6, but yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, exactly that. Blake Snell could go throw a perfect game through 6, get pulled, and then lose the game 7-4. So it's only Phillies money line for me. Plus 124 is ridiculous. If you want to get freaky, maybe go Dodgers first 5, backing Snell, and then Phillies full game. But plus 124 is good enough for me. I'll probably end up firing on Phillies money line to end the night tomorrow.
Spoon, what are your thoughts? Because as much as I want to fade Luzardo off of his 8-inning performance his last time out, you can't pay this price with the Dodgers in that bullpen, right?
No, I don't think so. I think the only side I could get to is Philadelphia. Luzardo's looked really sharp his last 5 starts. One of those versus the New York Mets on the road. He ended up getting ejected in the 4th inning. Guy was throwing strikes and couldn't get a call to save his life. The umpire came out, ejected him after the manager had already taken him out of the game. He was still arguing. And since then, 6 2/3 versus Atlanta, 0 earned runs. Miami, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. The Mets did end up getting 4 runs off him, but it was over 8 innings pitched. He looked great in that ball game. I expect him to pitch well versus the Dodgers. You got to be able to get lefties out, and Jesus Luzardo is a lefty. It's got that really nice slider to be able to get in on those guys. I think this is a Philadelphia spot. If I was going to attack the total, it would have to be that over. Looking at Blake Snell, 2 of his last 3 starts versus Arizona and Pittsburgh, 3 earned runs to Arizona, 5 earned runs to the Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the worst lineups in baseball. Philadelphia is on the opposite side of that spectrum. I think they can get runs off Snell here tomorrow. It's over Philadelphia. I haven't played this game yet, but should be a good one.
Over. I'm going to play the over 7.5 on ESPN at 125, but over 8 for the show, whatever. This Phillies team offensively, I don't think it really matters. I think they're just humming right now, and they're doing it versus lefties and righties. Yes, David Peterson, Sean Manaea, Jose Quintana, Mitchell Parker, guys like that aren't to the level of Blake Snell. I will give you that. But like Spoon mentioned, he hasn't been as dominant his last 4 starts. I mean, the San Diego start was fine. But regardless, he hasn't been that same Blake Snell. And he hasn't faced a lineup like the Phillies at all. Colorado, Pittsburgh, Arizona, San Diego twice his last 5. I mean, to say that the Phillies bats are a severe step up in competition, I think is an understatement. And then as far as Luzardo is concerned, yes, he has pitched well. I will give him that. But I will also say that his last 3 starts has 104 pitches, 100 pitches, and 97 pitches, where his previous 4 starts before that, he was usually in the high 80s. So you're looking at like an extra 30 total pitches over 3 starts that he's usually not having. Again, I don't worry about the Dodgers offensively. I worry about the Dodgers bullpen, which I've been trying to tell everybody for months is absolutely trash. Some people listened, some people didn't. But I'm telling you guys, that bullpen cannot be trusted in any way, shape, or form. There's a reason guys like Kopech and stuff are like openers, and the Kirby Yates is now who was supposed to be really good. Now he's a middle reliever. And for some reason, because they paid him money, that Tanner Scott still has a job as a closer. I don't know what we're doing, Dave, but regardless, I appreciate you doing that because we can still get numbers like these 7.5s and 8s. So this is an over for me. I will be playing 7.5. It makes absolutely no sense to me. This number should be 8.5 in my mind. That is it. Kyle, do you want to take us home, sir?
No, that's all. Spreadsheets for MFL and college football are posted. They're on the website and in the Discord, so you can get them in either spot if you're interested in that shit. Everyone have a good night.
I did tell you guys on that Red Sox over 2. I got 8.5, and then I got Waldrop over 15.5 outs, 113.
Perfect.
Yeah, make
We'll
sure you
see
give these guys a
tomorrow.
follow on Twitter and TV Jones, this college basketball show over there, Pump Fake Pod.
Yep, we're going through the Basement Dweller mid majors right now, but we're going to be pumping out like 3-4 shows a week, just doubling up on conferences until we get to the big boys towards the end of middle of next month. So.
Yep. Tomorrow night we got football. I got a bunch of people coming on. Kyle Hunter's coming on. Sternberger to do college football. Then the Pub Sports guys are coming on to do NFL. Their NFL show was earlier tonight, by the way. That's up if you want to go check that out. And then I think Rochelle's coming on too. So we got a bunch of football stuff
I was
coming on.
going to say Wednesday nights are like packed. The rest of the week is a good,
Yeah, Wednesday it's a pack tomorrow night. So see everyone tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good luck, guys.